I see so many swimmers that are fast and they can swim fast with a pull buoy, but as soon as you take that pull buoy away and they have to kick with their swim, their freestyle goes downhill, and it goes downhill quick. Well, in this video, we're gonna talk about how to kick fast with your freestyle. Essentially, how to make your freestyle faster with your legs.
It's very common for new swimmers and even experienced swimmers to struggle with freestyle kicking. I mean, do you ever feel like you stay in one place when you're trying to kick with a kickboard? There are three major mistakes that I've come across that are holding people back from strong freestyle kicking. In this video, we're going to talk about those three mistakes and of course game-changing tactics on how to fix them. So are you ready to change your kicking weakness into a strength? I'm Lukas Siska. Welcome to the channel. One of the most common issues that I've come across is that just swimmers don't have a correct understanding of where to initiate the kick. And this is very important because the kick is actually a whip-like motion and it is initiated from the hip. It starts at the hip and then it ricochets down to the ankles. It's one big motion. It's not a separate motion where your knee bends one way and then your hip bends another way. It's one motion from the hip. You initiate it from the hip and it goes pow, just like that, and creates propulsion that pulls you across the water. Let's take a look in the water at what we can do to learn how to initiate the correct motion from the hip.
One of the best ways to get the hip motion initiated is to do like this, lean against the wall and just try to create a bubbling brook with your foot. And the way to do that is to really whip the kick and get the water to just propel off the top of your feet to create that bubbling brook. It's actually easier to feel this on your back, and that's why I'm doing that right here to show you that this is how we can really make ourselves understand how to have that kicking motion. We're going to take the kickboard and kick on our back because now we want to actually go somewhere and feel that movement initiated from the hip. After we do the kickboard on our back, let's do vertical kicking and let's just feel the pressure of the water on each side, kicking from the hip all the way. Now when we transition to the front, we want to do it with one leg initially. That way we can really feel that motion whipping from the hip all the way down. Pow, pow, pow. This is how we can feel it, guys, one leg at a time. Then of course we put it all together and kick across the pool. It's always a good idea to attempt the real kick after you do a drill.
Now, mistake number two is a game changer once you do this. A lot of people are actually initiating the movement from the hip, but they still can't move themselves forward because there's another thing holding them back. And what's holding them back is stiff, rigid ankles. They're trying to kick, but their ankles are bent at a 90-degree angle. And every time they kick, they're doing this right here. They're initiating from the hip, and instead of whipping, the kick is whipping downwards. And when this happens, if you kick downwards, you're actually pulling yourself back. And not only pulling yourself back, you're causing your legs to sink. And what's this going to cause? It's going to cause all kinds of fatigue in your stroke. You're just going to mess yourself up completely. So instead of working with yourself and that kick adding power to your stroke, it's actually pulling you backwards and you're fighting against yourself. So let's look at what we can do to fix this stiff rigidness.
So first things first, it's really easy to manually push your ankles that direction. Go according to your pain tolerance, all right? We want to do ankle rolls. One way, the other way, okay? We want to take it even further and we want to sit on our ankles, and I'm going to grab this kickboard over here. Sit on our ankles, pull them back like this. This is when we can go really deep. Go back forward,
And guys, this doesn't need to be done just poolside. You can do this when you're watching TV. When you're sitting with your feet up, just eating some popcorn, do some ankle rolls. Do some ankle rolls. If you do this consistently, your ankles will get more flexible and you'll be able to have propulsion with floppy ankles. And it's good to practice that whip kick even on land because it's a muscle memory, all right? The only way it can go pop is if you have nice and flexible ankles. So anybody can do this, anybody can increase flexibility in their ankles, and then we'll take that same flexibility and put it into the pool, and next thing you know it, you'll have that whip action. Now this third mistake is connected to the second one, and that is over kicking. In other words, you need to understand that the lower half connects with the upper half. And freestyle swimming is one motion from toe all the way to your head. It's your body moving from one side to the other. So when you grasp the concept that you're actually initiating all freestyle movement from its core and from the hip, then your legs will just naturally follow. So guys, if we master the first mistake and the second mistake, and then we understand that the kick is not separate from the upper body, we can relax a lot more with our kick. It'll come naturally into our stroke. We need to realize that we don't need to have a crazy fast kick. We don't need to make our legs work like crazy in order for us to be faster. Just have your natural stroke and understand that your body is one motion when you're swimming freestyle front crawl. And there's one important drill that I've shown in a lot of my videos that teaches this, and that drill is the underwater dog paddle drill, also known as the human drill. Let's take a look at how that looks. This drill is called the human drill. It's basically freestyle front crawl, but keeping your arms in the water. Notice how that I didn't even have to barely kick. It's because that side to side movement where my shoulders and hips were connected, the momentum that I created caused my body to just float. So you combine that with good body position, you're gonna be swimming so easy. Guys, I want to invite you to join my email list where I give tips on how to get faster in freestyle and swimming in general. I have a quiz that you can take that will tell you your true swim potential, but if you don't care about the quiz, just put your email on the section that says take quiz, and you can join a weekly newsletter that will help you get faster at swimming. Before we land the plane on freestyle kicking, I've been getting a lot of questions on what do I eat before I swim and during a swim workout, so I thought I'd show you real quick. We wake up at 6:15 and go straight into our pre-swim routine. I want to get some water with 25 grams of protein just to lay the foundation down for a solid day of good nutrition. This will help my muscles as well. I always like to have a cup of black tea in the morning just to give a little kick, but not too much. And I want to put something light in the toaster that's not too heavy on the stomach, so a couple of Eggo waffles will do the trick. A little bit of butter on both sides, and of course a little bit of jelly. Make sure we get it nice and spread evenly. I like to look at my YouTube comments, have a cup of tea, and eat those waffles before the swim. And we're just about ready to head to the pool. Knock out the swim with 25 grams of carbs during, as well as Scratch electrolyte drink. Get back after the swim, jump in the car, and there's a protein shake waiting for me. Also, depending on how hard of an exercise day I have, there could be waxy maize mixed in. Today, it's just protein and almond milk. When I get home, it's all about getting the carbs in, some corn flakes, some granola. I like to mix some fruit in there. And then let's slice a banana in there for some potassium,
and we're gonna take some whole milk and fill it right to the brim. I also like to add some peanut butter powder just for some extra protein and flavor. We're talking a high calorie breakfast and I'm good to go. If you want to go further in depth on how to improve your swim, check out this video. And until next time, I'm Lukas Siska. Take care.